Hello, beautiful gems. It's Sanov. How are you guys doing? Y'all like my bracelets? Oh, I got these bracelets from Nordstrom a while back, and they make so much noise. Y'all want to dance? So I think I'm gonna. I got these charms. Alex and Ani, I got these. They were on sale because they were on clearance, so I ended up getting them. Oh my gosh, really inexpensive. So I'm just gonna take these bracelets off. How are you guys doing? I hope y'all are doing well. While I'm taking off my bracelets, I noticed that they jingle when I am on the video. So I'm just gonna take these off if I can get them off. They're trying to get hung up. While you're waiting on me to do that, you guys doing all right? Y'all feeling all right today? I sure hope so. Well, this bracelet, if you can see it, it's Alex and Ani, and I got two of them. I thought I got three, but apparently I didn't. I thought I had one more, but I guess I didn't. But they're the same, and they're the Phoenix, okay? So this is the one I have, the Alex and Ani. It's the Phoenix, and it says rebirth, magic, and healing. So that's what it says. Rebirth, magic, and healing. And so, yeah. I love that. I really felt like I had another one on there. I was trying to read everything that it said because I don't think I've ever taken the time to really read it. It's energy. It's infused with energy technology. So that's what it says on the little bitty, if you can see it. It's infused with energy technology. And I do feel very light and energized whenever I wear my Alex and Ani bracelets. I'm gonna have to get some more, find some more. I see them at Nordstrom Rack all the time, and so I love things like this. The jingling really does make me happy, but also it's an energy bracelet, and so you know, you need to do those things, wear those things that are gonna really give you energy and power. And so I love, 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 love. I love this. I thrifted this, and so it just comes up like this, and I can kind of, I don't know, I just it just feels good. Let me pop that poof back out because it's really, my hair is really frizzy these days. I wanted to, well, this time, because I told y'all about that. Did I tell y'all about that? That I usually diffuse it, and I didn't diffuse it this time. So, yeah, it's quite frizzy. I got a few curls in there. And it is clean, so that's the main thing. And I was going to re-wet it to kind of bring some life back, but I just haven't had the time. Been busy. All right, let's hop on into it. I wanted to talk about mental illness and emotional health, self-care, emotional wellness. I wanted to talk about that with you guys today because especially in the African American community, there's a lot of stigma around it, and we don't talk about it. We don't seek the help that we need. We don't talk about it. And even when we talk about things like empty nesting, I talked about the empty nesting syndrome, about our anger, all of those different things. There are tools, cognitive behavioral therapy. There are tools out there for us, whether it's talking to a counselor, talk to a therapist. There are tools out there to help us, everyone, to help us get through those moments when we're down, whether it's going through a trauma like sexual abuse or grief or even a loss or death, death in the family, or whether it's going through something like anxiety or depression, or other mental illnesses, schizophrenia, dealing with, someone in our family who has a mental illness. I don't know if I shared this with you. My mom has schizophrenia. So she was diagnosed with schizophrenia when I was around, I guess, 11 years old. So that's something that our family has just dealt with. And I've had members of my family who have had dealt with or suffered from anxiety, stress, depression. And so, they're just things that go on in your life. I've had family and friends to, especially loved ones, to die from cancer or heart attacks, other things. And so those kinds of things can wear on you. They can really wear on you. And not to mention societal pressures and all the other things that that we go through, everyone goes through. And so I want you to just really want to have this chat with you, this talk with you, because I want to encourage you to really take care of your mental health, to take care of your emotional health, your emotional wellness. We don't talk about it. The first thing we want to tell people if they're feeling blue or feeling down, go out and hang out with your friends. Go do something. Go find something to do. Go to the movies. Go out. Go do something. And it's like, okay, but you have to take care of your emotional health. And just going out, going to do something, although that can be good, it can be helpful, doesn't really address the issue. It doesn't really address the problems. And for so long, we have told people, if you're feeling down, you're feeling blue, you're not feeling well, pray about it. Let's pray about it. Let's join in a circle and we're going to pray together, all right? And prayer does change things, and prayer is important. But God has also given us other tools. He's given us other tools to keep us healthy and well. And so if someone, for example, had a broken leg or a gunshot wound, you wouldn't tell them to pray about it. Well, maybe you would, but after you got through praying, wouldn't you heal the leg? Wouldn't you put a splint on the leg or put a cast on the leg if it was broken when you try to get the bullet out? Or treat them for infection if they had a gunshot wound. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with mental illness. God has given us the ability, right, and power, and He's given us tools, and so, and wisdom, right? And if anyone lacks wisdom, do what? Pray for it. So He's given us wisdom, and so many people have studied and have been led by God, led by the universe and the Creator, to have amazing knowledge, right? So, and why would we reject knowledge and information that's going to help us? And so that's why I talk about, some of those things on my channel. And I changed my whole channel focus to talk about spiritual and emotional well-being and wellness, because we see so much of the shopping and the hauling and all those wonderful things. I think they're great, decorating your house and all that stuff. But there's only so much that I personally can do to redecorate and decorate my house and change. I don't like that much change. So we already established that from yesterday. I don't like that much change. And so I wanted to really do something that fit my skills, something that I could contribute to the world, because everyone is walking in their own gifts, whether it's shopping or hauling or redecorating or doing crafts. They're doing amazing jobs, and I love that so much. And that's the beauty of YouTube, that we all get to be unique and offer our own wonderful, unique gifts on this platform. And so I wanted to give the best of my gifts to you guys and share the best of who I am with you. And so I was listening the other day to an interview with, I think, Taraji P. Henson. You might know her from Cookie, from playing Cookie Lions. Yeah, you might know her from that, from that amazing character that she plays. And so she's launching the Boris Lawerence, I'm looking at my computer because I want to get the names right. She's launching the Boris Lawerence Henson Foundation. And her father had suffered from mental illness. And so she was concerned, just like I am. I mean, when she was talking about it, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I was, saying. She, one of the things that she has been talking about is how we, and especially the African American community, We don't talk about mental illness. We don't talk about our emotional health and well-being. We don't discuss it. We don't share it. We hide it. If someone has a mental illness or is depressed or not, not well, we hide it. We don't talk about it. We don't share that stuff. What goes on in the house stays in the house. And that is not helpful because people need help. Just like if you have high blood pressure or you were having a heart attack or a stroke, right? If you had diabetes, you would get help. You would get the insulin. You would get the medicine that you need. You'd be on a diet. You get regular exercise. You know what I'm saying? If you needed diabetic stocks, whatever it was that you needed, you would get those things. And not only that, if you had a family member who needed high blood pressure medicine or needed to eat better and to be healthier or needed to lose weight, how many times do we see all of the time we're just inundated with information about how to lose weight, how to be healthy, from eating how to make smoothies, eating smoothies, how to do meal preps and eat better, make better food choices, still staying away from fried foods, all that stuff. I think it's time. I really do. I think it's really time. And I agree so much with Taraji P. Henson. And she was like preaching to the choir for me. When she talked about her inspiration for starting the foundation, which was to really take away the stigma as it relates to mental health and to really allow people to have the opportunity to get the help that they need. Because it's so needed and it's so important. This is the one thing in our lives, our mental health. You cannot do anything without your brain. If your brain is not functioning correctly or not functioning at its optimal level, if you're not feeling your best, then you can't take care of your family. You can't take care of the things that you need to take care of in your own life. You can't be the best for yourself or anyone else if you are not well first. If you don't take care of you first and make sure that you are okay and that you are well and that you're healthy. And there's no stigma around it. I have days when I'm blue. I have had bouts of depression, anxiety, and stress. I've had that myself. I've suffered, and I've said that before, from sexual harassment myself. And so after that, I did have to see a therapist. I had to go see a therapist because I needed to get through it. I needed answers as to why this was happening to me. Because I was married. I am married, very happy with my spouse. And why didn't the person, when I rejected them and I said no, why that created such an issue for them to keep going and keep pursuing and keep going. No. And no is no. And so what I went through, because it was a very difficult situation, and so I went through depression after that. It was a very difficult situation, and I had a lot of fear, and I was very afraid for my life, for my safety, right? And so we all go through things. And and I've said already that I'd gone through post-traumatic stress disorder, all of those things. And so I learned because I believe that God gives you blessings in disguise, okay? And he gives you these blessings in disguise, and then it's up to you to seek out the help that you need. I sought out a therapist. I sought out a counselor who was a licensed therapist to help me walk through some of the emotions, walk through even some of the things, sexual abuse that had happened to me as a child, to help me walk through those things and move forward, right? To move forward. And so a lot of times things happen to us in our childhood. We have abandonment issues from one parent or the other, a mother or a father. Okay, we have issues maybe from school, being bullied or talked to incorrectly, or some type of sexual abuse or molestation of some type. Not everyone, right? And I understand that, but there are times when, if we're really honest, that some of us, you and I, may have anxiety or depression. We may have the mommy blues, and that's okay. We may have anxiety about going to different places or being around different people, especially if you're an introvert. You may have anxiety, social anxieties, and so that's okay. It's okay, because we're all have gone through something. We're all dealing with something, whether it's the death of a loved one. And instead of suffering in silence, because depression, it's one of those things, and anxiety that robs you of your life. It robs you of your joy. And Taraji P. Henson said it beautifully, I thought. She said, yeah, prayer works. It works. But you need something to go with that, right? And so I'm here. This is why I do what I do. I am I am very committed to this work, and this work is very committed to me. I'm committed to helping you grow spiritually and emotionally, and to really move through the situations in your life in a real way, where you can get through it, where you can excel, and where you can get your life back, right? With just small tips. And we do this daily, we do this little by little. And of course, the work doesn't happen overnight, but we do this little by little, day by day. And if you really feel like you need help, if you need some type of emotional counseling, or just a friend to sit with and talk with, I'm here. But there are also amazing counselors, social workers, and therapists out there who can help you through it, who can really give you the tips and the information that you need, and talk with you on a weekly basis, or 2 times a week, whatever it is that you need, to really help you move through the emotions that that you are experiencing, that I am experiencing, that we've experienced. And there's no shame in it. I just want to wipe away the shame of it, right? There's no shame in needing someone to talk to, right? There is no shame in having a mental illness, or dealing with past traumas, or emotions, or things that have happened to you throughout your lifetime. There's no shame in it. And if I could do anything for everyone that's out there, I would take the shame and the guilt away. I really would, and allow you to be free from that, so that you can get the help that you need. I mean, we don't sit around if we've for the most part, if we've gained too much weight. Now we have high blood pressure, diabetes. We are able, because society has allowed us, to be able, because we talk about it so much, excuse me guys, to move forward, right? To, there's so much help out there. There are trainers, there's exercise. I mean, you can go, there are parks. We've made parks in most cities where you can go walking. Even my small town, there are parks where you can go walking. There are inside gyms. My Walmart, there's some amazing ladies, and they would go to Walmart and just walk around the whole floor, the Walmart floor, just walk throughout and do that a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, 5 times, and people knew who they were, and the managers knew who they were. They would walk the whole perimeter of the store, and they would get their exercise. So there are gyms, right? Community gyms where you can just, walk around, and the gym a couple of times and get some exercise. So there's no shame in that, right? There's no shame in you getting your health together. And I don't care what size you are. We all want to be healthy and have strength, right? And endurance to be able to run this race. And so there shouldn't be any shame in doing the same thing for your mental health, for your mind, making sure that you are healthy and that you are happy and you're experiencing joy to the fullest, as you possibly can. We've seen on the news and in the media so many different examples of people who have been in manic states or experiencing depression or mental illness, and it's almost painful to watch. You just want to reach out to them, oh baby, come on with me to the doctor. Come on, go with me. Come on, it's okay. And we're having so, our heart just goes out to those families when they experience suicide or in their families or with friends or loved ones. Even on the media when there are traumatic suicides and losses, comedians and different people, that we've seen recently who just can't take this life anymore. And so that's why I do the work that I do, because I'm reaching out to you to get help, to go and to talk to somebody. If you're really feeling low and you really feel like, hey, I just don't want to be here anymore, before you do anything else, pick up the phone and call someone. I'm going to leave some numbers below of hotlines, suicide hotlines, and different. I'm going to leave the link to Taraji P. Henson's foundation. So I'm going to leave some links below so you can go and make the call, right? Make the call and get the help that you need. I did the video the other day when it was mental health awareness day. And so this is also, it's every day is mental health awareness, right? Every day is a perfect day for mental health awareness, and to make sure that you, your friends or loved ones, me, check on me, check on your friends, check on family members, to make sure your spouses, your children, to make sure that we're healthy, that we're happy, and that we're okay, and that we get through it, whatever it might be, whether it's a low moment or it's something that's devastating. Sometimes even just listening to the news all of the time, it's some of the things are just overwhelming. I know for many people listening to the Kavanaugh hearings, or even listening to, years ago it brought up traumas of listening to Anita Hill, and the whole, Clarence Thomas debacle. It was, frustrating to listen to all of that. And so it brings up, if you've had traumas in your life, then it brings up those old traumas. But, sometimes we're just predisposed to, from our families, we're predisposed to some emotional things that go on. But, death, one of those things, when we grieve, it takes years for us to really get through the grieving process. And so some things that happen in life, a job loss, right? Going through bankruptcy, or losing your house, or being homeless, or whatever the case may be, those things really can be traumatic for you. Even retiring, just those changes in your life from one season, one section to, one season, one place to another, where you had a way of life, had a certain way that you lived your life, and now you're having to either downsize, or you're not going out as much, you're not around friends as much, or, being or having a crazy boss who's unkind, or people who are unkind, church members, or co-workers who are unkind. We all have gone through some type of down moments in our lives. I'm just saying, if the blues last for longer than, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, and you're going into months and years, there's no shame. There's a lot of free help out there. And so there's no shame to reach out and get the help that you need. I would give you an apple if you're hungry, or a healthy snack if you were hungry. I would. I mean, we go up to people all the time. We don't even know. They might have just come out and eating some fish or garlic or something, and we get wind of it, and we'll pass them a mint, right? So this is me passing a mint, right? There is nothing to be ashamed of with mental illness or taking care of your emotional health. There's nothing in the world to be ashamed of or afraid of if you tell somebody, right? And so let's take the stigma away, especially in the African American community, and let's not judge people if they need emotional support, because you've needed emotional support at some time in your life, and that's okay. We all have. And so I just wanted to encourage you. I didn't really have any 5 tips today. I just wanted to just talk to you and to just talk to you and just let you know how much I love you. That's really it. Excuse me. Just let you know how much I love you and how much I support you on your journey, wherever you are. Whatever you're going through, that I support you. And I am crazy about you. I am. I think you're just really sweet. I think you're just really amazing. Hey, you are amazing. And never give up on yourself. Never give up on your family. Never give up on yourself. And no matter what you're going through, know that you're not alone. You're not going through this alone. And you're not the only one to have ever experienced what you're experiencing now. And so, if you need help, just reach out and get it. I'm going to leave some links and some information for you below. Go out and check out The View. Taraji P. Henson, she won the Breakfast Club. She's been on The View. She's got some really great articles out there about her foundation. And so check it out. I was really proud of her. She shared when her dad died that she and her son needed some extra support. They needed some extra help. And then sometimes we in the African American community, we go through our own traumas. We go through our own things that within the larger culture and the larger society, and it's important to have other people who understand what it is that you're going through in your particular way, in your particular situation, to be able to really talk to you and to be able to reach out to you. And so, but mental illness definitely has no color. Right? Understand what I'm saying and hear my heart, okay? Because I love you, everybody. I love each and every one of you. That it has no color. It has no color. And that we have to decide to make the choice to do what's best for us. And to allow other people around us and tell them, instead of saying to them, stop acting crazy, don't act like that. Stop talking foolish, get over it. Just move on. Go out and do something. Instead of just telling people to do that, why not sit down and say, hey, how can I help you? If you need help, it's okay. It's okay. The same way you would do for a girlfriend, right? It's okay. Be there. Really, really be there for somebody, right? Don't give them advice. Don't give them the finger and say, you just need to do this. You just need to get up and you just need to go out. You just need to, instead of doing that, just love people, just love people and be there and say, hey girl, hey, I've been through that before. I felt that way before. I went on such a loving video today. Oh my gosh. And it was about empty nesting. And the comments in the video were just so loving. The person was sharing their experience with being an empty nester and some of the things they had gone through and how tough it had been. for them. And oh, the comments were so loving and so kind. Oh gosh, and they were just amazing, just like you guys, really. And that's what I wish for you in every moment of your life. People, for you to be surrounded by people who are loving and who are kind and who will treat you with respect and with dignity. Because mental illness does not take anything away from you, right? You're strong. You're the strong one, right? You're the strong one for being able to get up and do what you got to do each day. And so that's it. I just want to say how much I love you and how important I think this work is, and that we have to, take the stigmas down. We have to allow the stigmas to come down. And in addition to prayer, I'm a firm believer in prayer because I know prayer changes things. In addition to prayer, I think it's very important that we also open the door for counseling and for therapy. And we open the door to release the stigma around mental illness in our community. Because our community has been so affected. I see people, and you guys do too, I know, who are homeless or who have done a tour of duty in the armed services, and that, sometimes come back with PTSD. And so there's no shame in it, but instead of just allowing people to sit on park benches because they're unable to reincorporate themselves back into society after experiencing a trauma or a difficult time, I think we need to change as our society and begin really giving people the help that they need so they can be prosperous and have the best life possible. Right? And we can do that together. And one of those ways, one of those things, in addition to poverty and some other things, one of the things we really need to tackle is mental illness and how we perceive it and how we offer help and love and support to people who may be going through or experiencing a mental illness, or who may be going through it with a family member. Instead of laughing about it or, making jokes about it, why not just give our love and support the same way we would want someone to give the love and support to us? And many times one of the first people, that we need to support is ourselves. Sometimes we just need to take a moment to say, hey, I'm blue. I'm sad. I'm not really handling this well. I need some help, right? We need help. And so we all do, right? If you are able to go to a prayer team or to a pastor or someone for help when you need prayer or when you need assistance in some other way, then, whether it's financial or whatever, if you go to someone and you say, hey, my light's about to get cut off, right? Or, hey, you call 911 and say, hey, my house is on fire. I want to give you the opportunity and give you permission to call, to open the door, to go talk to someone, to share when you need emotional and mental help. Okay? And that's really all I wanted to say. That's all I really came on here for. It was for you, boo. I came for you. So, to share that with you, that we're going to make it. We're going to be okay. And together we're going to do this thing. And we are going to take care of each other. And we are going to take care of ourselves. All right? I love you. Hugs. Oh, you go hug. You are important. You're special. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Amazing, wonderful, beautiful gems. And I pray God's goodness and blessings over your lives. And reach out and check on somebody. Okay? Do that today. Reach out and check onto somebody that you hadn't heard from, or that is going through a difficult or tough time. Just call them or text them and say, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You okay? All right, you know they've gone through something recently in their lives or in their families, and give them a big old hug. Give them a big old hug. Okay? Reach out. And if you need help, you need to reach out. I'm going to put some links below just for you. All right? I love you. You hear me? I love you. All right? I wouldn't be sharing and being this transparent if I did. All right, guys. Bye-bye. And I'm going to see you in the next video real soon. Bye, guys.